What is going on, guys? Welcome back to some Avatar Standard. Today, we are going to be showcasing the set, and it is officially live on Arena. Avatar The Last Airbender is the newest set from MTG, and it is poised to make, I think, a pretty big impact on Standard. And the card that I believe to be probably the single most impactful from the entire set is one that I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time on. So don't be surprised if you see a couple of decks with this card in the future. And that, my friends, is Badgermole Cub. This is a very simple card, 2 mana for a 2/2. It has the new Earthbending mechanic. So when it enters the battlefield, you Earthbend 1, which makes your land into a target land into a creature. You put 1 counter on it. And then when that land dies or is put into exile, you return the land to the graveyard, or return the land to the battlefield tapped. And then, more importantly, it says whenever you tap a creature for mana, you produce an additional green mana. So extremely powerful, not only by itself, because it's sort of self-fulfilling, where you make a land into a creature, and then when you tap that land for mana on the following turn, or even the turn you play the Cub, if you target an untapped land, that land produces an additional mana. So even by itself, if you have nothing on turn 1, you play Cub on turn 2, it's already a ramp spell. But more importantly, and this is where it gets completely out of control, is when you pair it with other mana creatures. So we have 6 here in the form of Llanowar Elves and Gene Pollinator. You certainly could consider playing more copies of the Gene Pollinator, but this one is a little awkward because you need something else in play to be able to tap. Funny enough, you can tap the Badgermole Cub, so even if you go turn 1 Gene Pollinator, you tap, turn 2, tap your 2 lands, play Cub, animate a land, you still have an extra permanent in play that turn to use the Pollinator for 2 mana that turn. So now, you might ask yourself, what are we doing with all of this mana? Well, we have some things that we can cast, right? Brightglass Gearhulk, mana-intensive card, very good in the Cage Shell because it provides multiple bodies where the Gearhulk itself is a body with 4 power. You can go search up a body like something like a Nurturing Pixie or a Paw Patch Recruit. You have stuff like Overlord, right? Which normally very good in the Collector's Cage decks, but what's nice about Badgermole Cub is because it gives you a boatload of extra mana, you can then use that extra mana to potentially hardcast an Overlord. But the big thing that I want to highlight about Badgermole Cub here, and the reason why I think it's so good in a Collector's Cage shell, is the Badgermole Cub itself is 2 bodies. It's a 2-power creature and a 1-power creature. So similar to Paw Patch Recruit, where you spend 3 mana on the Paw Patch, you get 2 bodies out of it, a 2-power creature and a 1-power creature. Well, now you can do that for 2 mana, while also ramping you to potentially hardcast stuff like Overlord that, maybe would normally be stuck in your hand that you wouldn't be able to get to 7 mana before. So that's kind of why I like it. I like the Cub so much in a Cage Shell like this, is the fact that it's 2 bodies and allows you to start hardcasting your stuff. A couple of Elspeths at the top of the curve. There's nothing. You could maybe consider playing something like a Craterhoof Behemoth to kind of have more sort of over-the-top things to cast off of Badgermole Cub. But to be completely honest with you, you don't really need it. That was something I thought about initially, but after playing a lot of games with the Cub, you kind of just don't need the expensive stuff. You have enough things to do with your mana, like Sandstorm activations or Offspring a Paw Patch Recruit, play multiple things off Gearhulk, so you have plenty of things to do with your mana, and Cage activations as well. We do still have the Gearhulk package, so a couple of Reliquaries, a Pixie, a Phoenix down in case they kill the Gearhulk. You can even sometimes search up Pollinator. And one thing that I really like about this package is you can Gearhulk for Meltstrider's Resolve and Nurturing Pixie, and you can use the Resolve to kill one of their creatures, and then you can actually use the Pixie to reset your removal spell, which is something you normally can't do, so I found that pretty effective. In the mana base, I am trying out a single copy of Abandoned Air Temple. Not entirely sure if this card's actually good, but given how wide this deck goes, it did kind of make a lot of sense, and because we're playing Celestia, we kind of have to play a lot of basic lands anyways, because mana's not great, so it just kind of made sense that we had enough basics to play this. The one thing that I will mention about the Badgermole Cub, specifically something that I kind of learned playing this deck, is the interaction between the Restless lands, where if you animate the Restless land, you actually don't even have to pay the mana to animate the Restless Land, because it says whenever this land attacks, that ability is not attached to spending 4 mana to make it a creature. So even if you turn it into a 1/1 creature with Cub, you still get the Prairie trigger, and that is very, very important. So something to keep in mind if you you guys yourself want to try out this deck. Sideboard, nothing too crazy, just some additional Gear Hulk targets with like Graveyard Hate and Disenchants and Aven Interrupters for sweepers, so nothing too crazy going on there. But yeah, really just wanted to kind of showcase the true power level of the Badgermole Cub, because again, I think this is the best card in the set, and I'm here to show you why. So without further ado, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. I will play first. Okay, well, so much for losing 0 games to my mana base. Alright, the sand plays. The sand plays. Yeah. Nice mana. I know. New cards? New cards where? I mean, this hand kind of pops off if we draw Cub. I ain't gonna lie. This hand really pops off if we draw Cub. Did we do it? Did we do it? Not yet. This is by far the best emote that's ever happened to Arena. Not like even better than the sad faces. Gruul with Paw Patch, huh? Okay. Delirium Gamer, maybe? Delirium Gamer, perhaps? Where do you get that one? It's in the store. You gotta pay for that one, obviously. Get like Melt Strider and Pixie. Yo, Pixie bounce Melt Strider is kind of hot. You didn't even give me time to say that's rough, buddy. I would have said it if you gave me the opportunity. All right, Avatar cards cast 0. Game wins 1. Make sure you're keeping track at home, okay? It's an important stat to track. We need to correlate the amount of games won with new cards cast. I mean, I think they're playing Delirium, but like, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure they are. I don't want to board in the stupid Ghost Vacuum. Let's just try it like this. See how this goes. Yeah, Avatar, no impact on standard. Look, I said if I drew the Badgermole Cub, it would have been really good in that hand. I just didn't draw it, you know, that's not my fault. You can't blame the Cub on that. Hired Claw. Okay. That is not exactly what I expected. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, this works, right? We go here. Cub, animate Verge, then play Cage. That's nice, right? That was nice. Well, the problem is we didn't really hit on Cage. I guess we'll just take another Cage. Again? Wrong scene. Thank you! I always forget that. What would I do without chat, you know? I don't know what I'd do without chat. Yeah, the hideaway was not nice. Well, this sucks. My creatures only tap for 1 mana. This is bullshit. I guess we just Gear Hulk? Surely this is good enough, right? Get Pumps or Fight Spell Pixie. I will say, getting to go Fight Spell and then Pixie pick up the Fight Spell is pretty nice. Okay. They have no attacks. I mean, they could put me to 3 if they want to lose the Bailoff. Okay. How much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can kind of do everything, right? All right, check me out. Ready? Resolve here. Oh, you know what I just realized? If I resolve to fight the Bailoff, and then I pick up the resolve, my Gearhulk dies. What if I just fight the 3-2 then? Well, the problem is if I pump it with Cage... Oh, no, I guess I can do that, right? I can go fight here. Yeah, this works. Never mind, I figured it out. We go fight here. We go hold control, cast Pixie. No, this doesn't work. Right. Well, this is awkward. I guess I'm gonna bounce my Cage? No, that also doesn't work. All right, I'm gonna target Elf. Float mana. This didn't work out the way that I wanted it to, okay? It's fine, we'll figure it out. Play Elf. Look, could I have done this a little bit better? Probably yes. Is it gonna matter? Also, no. It's probably not gonna matter. Go. I think I could have done that a little bit better. Did you know that it's my go? Did you know that, as a matter of fact, it is actually my go? So what should I have done that turn? I should have just played the Pop Patch first. Yeah. Play first. Mod check Cub. Mod check Cub. So just go Elf into Pop Patch, huh? We need more of a mid-range or control song. I don't know if that's what this is, but... We'll draw the Cup eventually. Yeah. I mean, look, I drew it twice that last game, and it was really good. I was really worried for a second they would have main deck Fire Magic. Bro, you can torch my ass as much as you want. That one I'm okay with. Collector's Cage. Play Gene. You're just never going to be able to cast that torch. How many points for you to hit him with a That's Rough Buddy? Ooh, should we make that a channel point redemption? For X amount of channel points, I'll hit him with a That's Rough Buddy. I gotta turn up the SFX, though. Hold on. Because apparently it's SFX and not voice, which is kind of weird, but... How about one gifted sub to hit him with a That's Rough Buddy? Is that a fair price? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Phoenix down. Yeah, I'm guessing voice is just like the Planeswalker lines. The Doom I know is a man of the people. What, for the voice lines? Well, I mean, you get 6 voice lines. I know it's 2,400 gems, but you do get 6 of them. The rest of them are not nearly as good as That's Rough Buddy, but... But some of them are okay, you know? I mean, it's like, you know, it's like when you get like a variety 6-pack of Trulies, right? And there's one mango, there's one mango, it's not Trulies, White Claws. You get a variety 6-pack of White Claws, and there's a mango White Claw, and I mean, you know, what else are you supposed to do? Everything else, there's nothing that even comes close to mango. Bro, I'll take 2. That's fine. So, make a white mana. That was a weird metaphor. Why was it a weird metaphor? E2-1. I should have targeted like one of these 2 idiots, but I thought it was a perfectly reasonable metaphor. Like, in order for you to to like enjoy the best thing in a bunch of, you know, like you have something in a variety package that is clearly better than the other options, you still have to buy the whole package. It's the same thing here, you know? Like, you get That's Rough Buddy, but you also have to, you got to go along with the rest of them. You got to go along with the ride. Is this Bright Glass Gearhulk going to resolve? Wrong answers only. Well, I mean, it resolved. Okay, blue-red. Blue-red. Why are they still playing profs? Oh, they're doing, like, the scam stuff, right? Profs. Not profs, but Nova Hellkite, Riddler, FOMO, Siege. Yeah, they're doing that kind of stuff for sure. What do I want against that? Graveyard Hate, not good. Scrap Shooter Heritage, maybe, to kill the Siege. Sheltered to kill Riddler is not bad. Yeah, I mean, I probably don't have to do a ton, right? I want to draw this stupid cub. It's weird because it seems to me, the conclusion that I've come to with the Cage deck is all of the cards that you would want to cut, like the cards that are eligible to be removed from the deck list, are the Gearhulks and the cards that support the Gearhulk package. But the cards that you want to add are all good with Gearhulk. So it's like, is it worth it? You know what I mean? That's kind of the conclusion that I've come to. It's going to be a Cub game right here. I'm shocked people like Ascension more than Parting Gust. I just think Ascension has more upside. It might be like an actual worse card. Yeah, double white can also be kind of tough sometimes. I guess we're gonna Cub the starting town. I don't even know if that's good. This is your Bant list. TLA, Airbending Cage. So you have Aang, Appa. Yeah, so you're playing Bramble too. Oh, so you're including the Dock combo. Airbender Ascension, Dock. Okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. You're just like making it Bant for the Dock combo. I don't hate that. That's kind of cool. Do I still get the attack trigger if I do that? Oh, I do. Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that. I kind of forgot about that. How good Cub is with the creature lands. Oh, did they think that my land wasn't going to come back? That's not how this works. That's definitely not how this works. All right, so we said put it on the prairie. Sheesh, dude, this cub is so good. No, that's rough, buddy. All right, fine. I'll give him a that's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
Dude, I can't even hear it. Maybe that's just because I have my music too loud. Could you hear it? The people watching this on YouTube will definitely be able to hear it. Super quiet but audible. All right. So low. I mean, the SFX is almost all the way up. I'll put it up to 80, I guess. Please tell me we're playing the Lessons deck today. I kind of wanted to try to avoid decks that I've already played. Sandstorm Salvager. So this is 3, 4, 5. Let's go to combat. I think I might just send into the Flood Maw. Yeah, that's rude. So make mana, activate Salvager. Hit for 4. Yeah, and then we'll just replay the Salvager. I guess I should have played Salvager pre-combat. Yeah. Could have also just not played my land first. Yeah, I don't know why it's not listed under... Like, I don't know why it's not part of the voice. For some reason, it's SFX and not voice. I don't want to increase SFX all the way, though. Like, that's going to be way too much. Cast Riddler, huh? The Rizla. I don't know if that was worth it. Feels like it is. I take it back, these salvages are sick. Yeah, man, Salvager is never, like, it's never been a bad card in this deck. It's certainly better in some matchups, but... Yeah, that's the problem with putting SFX to 100%, is the people who are watching this on YouTube are going to be like, So that's kind of why I didn't want to put it on 100%. I mean, they'll manage. You know, they'll manage. I think they'll be all right. Gear Hulk. Get him with the 6/6. You can just tell them that's rough, buddy. That is very true. I could just tell them that. Go Dusk Phoenix. Maybe Dusk Resolve. Because Phoenix is bad if they have another Bolt. Yeah, Dusk Resolve is good. And then even if they kill the Gear Hulk, we can just go like Resolve on Cub to, or Resolve on a 6/6 to kill the Fear of Missing Out. Right. I'll be honest with you, Badgermole Cub has not done that much this game. I mean, the Cub was good on turn 3, right? You know, not doing a lot on turn 7, but good on turn 3, I would say. It's good fodder for Dusk Rose. Oh, I don't think I'm doing that. I think I'm doing this. Ear Hulk? The YouTube watchers after this video. They just scooped to a paw patch. All right, YouTube watchers, tell me how the sound was. Could you hear the "That's Rough Buddy" sound clip? Very, very important question. Let me know in the comments. It's part of the emote on Arena. Like, it's not, I'm not playing a clip, it's just part of the emote. Keeping this. All right, the Cub's gonna do something this game for sure. Trust. I believe in the Cub this game. He's just a little guy, you know. So we have 5 mana next turn. See, this is kind of the problem that I was mentioning with Cub, is it doesn't give you extra white mana. So we're still gonna have a hard time casting the Gear Hulk, maybe. Well, now we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we can go. Could just do this. Hulk, get Pixie, Melt Strider. Tap this for 2, cast this here, fight this, play Paw Patch. This is turn 3, by the way. Not a bad turn 3, I'll say. Definitely not a bad turn 3. Look, the Cub did something this game. You can't deny that. Turn 3 without a land drop? No, I made a land drop that turn. I had Starting Town. I made a land drop. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I should have put the Melt Strider on... No, I guess I couldn't put it on the Prairie, right? I don't think it matters. You know, something I didn't realize, Cub is also just kind of crazy with Restless Prairie. Because it still triggers. I didn't realize that if you animate a Restless Prairie with a Cub, it would still trigger. But that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Makes me kind of want to play 4 Prairies. Alright, do we know what they're doing? Azure Beastbinder, Spyglass Siren. We don't really know what they're doing. Can we pivot off this deck since we're going to end up playing this for the next 3 weeks? I don't know, man. Well, that's kind of why I want to keep playing it, right? I'm just not going to sideboard. Yeah, for some reason I just didn't really, like, parse the combination of Badgermole Cub with the Restless Lands, and just the fact that you now don't even have to animate the Restless Land. It just becomes like becomes a land and then gets the ability whenever you attack with it. What are the other green Restless Lands? There's Ridgeline, Cottage, and the blue one. The blue one sucks, right? Blue one's like 5 mana for a 5/5 or something. Honestly, Golgari doesn't even sound that bad. Like, Golgari with Cub. You could even be like a Golgari Annex deck. Wait, hold on. If you Cub a Soulstone Sanctuary, it doesn't have all abilities, right? Or all types. Like, if you Cub a Soulstone and then play Annex the next turn, it's not... Okay, yeah. So you have to wait. which I guess kind of sucks, but it's probably fine. But yeah, that's a good point though. Cub still gives you more mana to ramp out the Annex, which is pretty good. Like you can go Cub your land to get more mana to then cast the 5 mana part of Annex, which is kind of nice. And again, even just Cub, like, turning on Cottage to then get more food is pretty decent. I think Cub is just mid. Mods, we gotta get that guy. Get him out of here. Please get him out of here. You didn't just say that on my stream, did you? Yeah, Cub is not mid, it's in TLA. Oh, opponent. Opponent, I have bad news. I have very, very bad news for you. Well, that worked out pretty well, didn't it? I would say that worked out pretty well. Someone on Twitter said, and I quote, Cube is a good card in bad... I think you meant Cub. Cub is a good card in bad decks, and it's below replacement level in any currently meta green deck. I mean, that is a take. That is definitely a take that you can have. It's not a take that I would have, but certainly a take. I can't imagine a world where Cub is ever bad. I mean, I've played it 3 or 4 times today, and it's been insane every time I've cast it. Yeah, I mean, look, Cub just has to finish business school to do the taxes. I'm gonna keep this. Tracker so far: 3-0 in games with no avatar cards, 1-0 casting 1, 2-0 casting 2. Okay, well, here's the problem. What if I just don't lose a game today? Like, if we just never lose a game with the Cage deck, then I guess the stats are going to be skewed. If you don't lose a game, I unsub. Well, you have to be subscribed in order to do that. You can't unsub if you're not already subscribed. Haha! Speaking of which, any primers? What if somebody gifts Roro a sub right now, so then they can later unsubscribe? It's all part of my plan, you know? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You subscribe, and then the reason for subscribing is so you can unsubscribe later. I gift them a sub if you ban them then for a week. I'm not going to ban them for a week. I was thinking about 2 weeks. Opponent? Opponent, you there? Jay Green, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you for using that Prime. Promise me a week and I'll do it. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, now they're here. It's kind of fucked up. My nice side is showing. Should I turn the other way then? Wait, they didn't take Cage? What? Why didn't they take Cage? I mean, to be honest with you, I probably would have taken this one, but... Maybe they have an answer for Cage. The Terminus. I mean, it's pretty funny. I'll do it so you have plausible deniability. You'll do what? Oh, time them out for a week? Esper Battlefront. Well, sure didn't think that was gonna happen. This got a little worse for me, I'm not gonna lie. Things have decreased significantly. Certainly did not expect Pinnacle Star Cage synthesizer. But here we are.
That's wrong, buddy.
I know it's too quiet, but again, if I turn up the SFX, like, we're just gonna blow out the eardrums of the YouTube watchers. It is kind of hard to hear, though. Look, just the presence of, you know, it being there, like the text is good enough, you know what I mean? You don't have to actually listen to it. Turn down stream music. I guess I could. Turn down stream music a little bit. All right, what are we doing? Ways to kill artifacts. Dusk Rose. I mean, that does kill artifacts. Haven could be good too. Cut Genes, Cut Resolve, Cut Sheltered. Cut Phoenix. Trim one of these. Maybe trim another one because I'm boarding in a lot of 3s. Try that. How long do you think before it's a good time to use wildcards for an average user to build a Deuce deck? In what context? How long do you think before it's a good time to use wildcards? Like, when should you stop buying packs? But I'm not sure what you mean by that. Ooh, these hands, man. This one's not gonna do it. This one's okay. Put back... I don't even know. I think it's just put back these two and go for a turn 2 pop patch. If that's good enough. Do 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 do. Pop patch. You're asking how long it's safe to assume the meta's... Oh yeah, I mean it's really tough. The combination of recent bans and brand new set, it's like it's gonna take a while before we realize what the metagame's gonna look like. So my recommendation for now is just kind of like I would say maybe give it a couple of weeks. And then I think after a couple of weeks maybe the metagame's gonna be more settled. Probably like, say like 2 weeks. 2 weeks of arena / MTGR results. And then we'll have like a better understanding of what the metagame looks like. Does the cool stuff discount only work on MTG product? No, it works on any product. So it could be MTG, whatever is on the website. It's store wide.
I welcome all allies.
I don't know if they have Riftbound product for sale. I think they might be sold out. Maybe not. But if they do have Riftbound product, you would get a discount on that as well. Okay. I mean, Elspeth still kind of beats this board. Ooh. Okay. All right. All right.
More heroes for the cause.
Elspeth acquired. Worlds, I think, is in 2.5 weeks. Something like that. I think it's about 2.5 weeks. All right, I turn the music down. I'm gonna turn the SFX up a little bit to 80, and I'll see if we can hear it. This is a test, all right?
That's rough, buddy.
Was that better? I don't know if that was better. It was still kind of hard to hear. You think much better? Oh, I thought I had the manland. Alright, whatever.
Join the fight.
Yeah, I think that's probably as good as it's gonna get. I just hope that it's not like blowing out the eardrums of the YouTube watchers, because it's hard for me to tell how it sounds when there's no other music playing. You know what I mean? Yo, we can finally ultimate the Elspeth. Why can't Elspeth kill any non-land permanent? That's what I'm saying.
Is never lost.
Alpha Shot goes, thank you for the 3 months. Yeah, there's some Badgermole Cubs in here. I'm not entirely sure where they are, but there are some Badgermole Cubs somewhere in here. I think I'm doing this. Just decking them for 8.
Send on wings of light.
Join the fight! I don't know if there's any other cards besides Badgermole Cub that I'd want to play in this deck. Somebody suggested Appa, but I'm not entirely sure what you would want to cut for Appa. But, like, Appa does work pretty well with Overlord, Cage, things like that. So I think there's an argument for playing Appa. Again, just not sure exactly what to cut. That there was one Appa in here? Nah. Maybe there should be. I think there's maybe a different build of this that just doesn't play Gear Hulk, where you cut the Gear Hulk package, you cut some of the 1-drops, and then you swap those for, like, more 3-drops, Appas, more Overlords. That could be a way to build it. There's also, somebody posted earlier, a Bant list that was playing the 3-mana blue-white Aang alongside Doc Orlok, so it was also playing the combo. I think that's maybe a way to build it. So, a couple of different ways to go. Honestly, I kind of don't hate the idea of incorporating the combo. It's a lot of Star Cages, brother. You're killing me over here. Alright, your turn. Well, the good news is they're probably out of Star Cages, right? That's the good news. Can I get a That's Rough, buddy? Airship incoming. Nah, they're not playing any new cards. There's no way they're playing new cards. Does this look like the deck of somebody who's playing cards from the new set? I haven't seen an Esper version of Artifacts before, though. I guess they're just like blue-white splashing for duress. It's a good card. Does mine? Yes! They're in here somewhere. Alright, what the hell am I getting with this? Pixie Duskrose, maybe? Bricks, Blade, Paw Patch, Elf. Yeah, we just get back the Elspeth, don't we? Go Pixie, Gear Hulk, Duskrose, Sack Token. Yeah, it could just be Fungus, I guess. Maybe Fungus is... Well, we can't activate the Fungus this turn, because we only have 2 mana left over. So I think one of them has to be Dusk, for sure. And then the other one is, like, Pixie to pick up Hulk or Fungus. I'm gonna go Pixie. I think I like that. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, plus here. Because we can go Pixie, pick up Gear Hulk, and still have lethal next turn. Right? Because they're at 9, and we have exactly 9 in play. And this way, if they have a Wrath, we just have the Gear Hulk in hand. So I think this is the best way to do it. Okay. I mean, that doesn't beat the Elspeth, even if they make tokens, because we can fly. Top. Uh-oh. Well, that actually does kind of do it. Oh, shit. Well, I certainly didn't think about that. Well, now I don't have lethal. Huh. Yeah, that is definitely rough, buddy, isn't it? Huh. Put him to 3? Well, I could put him to 2. But trying to think. What am I getting off this Gear Hulk? I mean, I could just get the fungus, right? Yeah. Get, like, fungus and dusk, maybe? Yeah, fungus, dusk. Play this untapped. Play fungus. Should be good, right? Need to take out synth. Well, I mean, I can wait to see what they do first, because they can only do this at sorcery speed. So I can hold up the fungus. So I don't actually have to kill the synth until they take a game action. You know, patience, my friend. Okay, that doesn't matter, right? Yeah, that doesn't matter. So what's this gonna get? Synth? So if I kill the other synth in response, this synth gives them no triggers. The other option is kill Fire Crystal. But the issue with killing Fire Crystal is they get a lot of tokens, right? So I think it's just better to kill the synth now. Yeah. So, okay, so here's what happens, right? They get an artifact. They have a 7/7. Say they get a synth. And then they can sack... Like, what do they even sack? They can... Do they even have another 4 in their deck? They get 4th Sweeper. How? I guess, I mean, if they have the 4th Star Cage in the deck, they can get Star Cage here. But, like, is Star Cage even that good? Because I still get to keep Overlord and Gear Hulk. Because this is sacking at 2, right? So this has to get a 3. So they're really, their only options here are Star Cage or Synth. I guess that, yeah. But that doesn't give them more tokens. So they can, like, tap the Overlord down. But I don't think that's good enough. I think we can safely say they probably don't have a 4th Star Cage in their deck, because they likely would have gotten it there, right? If they killed the Dusk Rose, you lose Gear Hulk 2 and Orsight comes back. Right, but what 3 are they getting that kills Dusk Rose? I guess they could get... they could get another Perilous Snare, maybe? I mean, I'm gonna try and kill him. I mean, there's nothing in play, right? This cost 8 to sacrifice. Like, is there anything that I'm missing? I don't think I'm missing something. They also notably did not even use the second bay, which means they don't have another 4-drop. So where that's good info to have. Because if they had another 4-drop, they would have been able to get it that turn because they had a bunch of 3s to sack. All right. I mean, that went pretty well. Run it back. Do you guys think that? Okay, let me ask you this: is it entirely Spider-Man's fault, or do you think that part of the blame has to go to WotC for not banning Vivi when they should have? I think it's probably a little bit of both, right? Like, certainly the whole Vivi problem sucked a lot of the air out of the room, and it was just it was basically impossible for Spider-Man to succeed, given how like completely broken the format was. You know what I mean? So like you can't necessarily blame all of that on just Spider-Man alone. It's the influencer's fault. Did you guys take the survey? This whole air temple multiversal passage thing, kind of awkward. I'm not really a big fan of this. Sure wish this was a plains, huh? If I were Disney, how pissed would I be at WotC? I mean, I don't know. Oh, how much does Disney matter? I guess it does, right? I snitched and told them Doom told me the set was sticky poo poo. I mean, I did. I'll admit that. And I'm not the only person that said Spider-Man was terrible, you know? Yeah, I'm sure they made money either way. I don't think that they're going to be super affected by this, you know what I mean? I got 5 in hands. Kind of want to go beatdowns. I'll play my enter the battlefield tap land. Let's just go beatdowns. I almost don't even want to cast the Gear Hulk. No, I probably should, right? Yeah, I guess I should. I should have cast the Gear Hulk first, but... let's get... Fungus... Dusk Rose. Kind of just clicking buttons at this point. Yeah, I'm sure they got their money out of it. I don't really think that has anything to... I don't think that that's going to affect their bottom line whatsoever, you know what I mean? Alright, well. You can use Cage End of Turn, but I wanted to use it there because they were tapped out. I can't remember the last time I was double mythic. It's all because of Cub. Don't be talking shit about the Cub this game, alright? Cub secured. I repeat, Cub secured. Although I'm probably not casting it for a while. Ooh, perhaps another Cub enjoyer? You know, this person definitely has Cub in their deck. I'm gonna save the pop batch though. All right, your turn.
That's rough, buddy.
I mean, look, it wasn't my fault that you lost the die roll. What do you want me to say? Get better at winning die rolls, I guess. Why is the Cub 50 quid? Well, you're gonna see why. I will show you why the Cub is $50 this game. I mean, you've kind of already seen it, you know. I would like to inform you that this is the third turn of the game. And on the third turn of the game, I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana worth of spells. 11 if you count the land I didn't use that turn. So, you know. Turn 3, by the way. Yeah, whatever, VB used 40. Yeah, but you can't play with that card anymore, you know? Is it Cub or Llanowar Elf's the real hero? I mean, little column A, little column B, right? A little bit of both. That's true, I did have floating mana last turn. We go again. I would like a counter on this. Give me an Elspeth. I actually kind of want the Hulk more than I want the Overlord. Is that weird? I don't think it's that weird. How much mana do I have left? I have 4. So let's get Pixie and I don't know, Pop Patch. Jesus Christ. All right, I'll tag you with my 5/5. Your turn. That was turn 4. It was turn 4. I don't even have a 4th land in play. I literally don't even have a 4th land in play, and I've already spent like more than 20 mana this game. Base Cannon, thank you for the 9 months. I appreciate that. So, are we convinced that Badgermole Cub is good? Do we need more information? Do we need more evidence? Do we require more evidence? Dusk Rose Reliquary. I'm a little choked on white mana, huh? I am a little choked on white mana. Do I just have lethal anyways? I have 3 blockers. 5, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, they're just dead. They're just dead, so. Counter on a 1/1. I'm gonna stop doing math. Yeah, I counted 3 blockers. Because I'm gonna kill the Ouroborid. They're more than dead. I think I have like 11 damage. No one knows what it's like.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep using this. I just can't help it. I have to Craterhoof people. I thought about Craterhoof. I think Craterhoof, like, kind of makes sense with Badgermole Cub, but I'm just not even sure that Craterhoof is a better payoff than Overlord Elspeth. You know? Like, I guess you maybe could argue that because Elspeth is double white, that Craterhoof is, weirdly enough, easier to hardcast than Elspeth. Because, I mean, that game was a perfect example of how choked I was on white mana. So, something to keep in mind for sure. All right, Simic. Simic. I guess we can do Sheltered. Holler. That's probably it. I don't need a ton. Can do like a Salvager and the Phoenix down. Try that. Just remove the white cards. Well, I mean, the whole point of playing this is to try Cage with Badgermole Cub. But yeah, removing the white cards would just be a different deck. It would just be the deck that our opponent's playing. Right? But again, I don't even think you need a card like Craterhoof. Everybody wants to try and think as big as humanly possible with Badgermole Cub, but the reality of the fact is, if you just play good mana sinks, stuff like Innkeeper's Talent and Bossing Say, more 4-mana creatures. Like, you don't have to put 8-mana creatures in your deck just because you have this card. You're allowed to just cast 4 and 3 and 4-mana cards off of your extra mana, you know, and not put like stone bricks in your deck for the games where you don't have this. I feel like I would keep this in the play, but not the draw. It's a little sketchy, isn't it? Yeah, Ouroborod's good with Cub for sure. Because Cub also gives you a second body for the Ouroborod. Do I think the Azorius Flash Aang Airbend is worth craft? I think it's good. I'm not entirely sure what the best version of that deck looks like, but I think there is a good version of Blue-White Tempo for sure. Yeah, see, like Innkeeper's Talent, you know? Now, if they had had a Cub this turn, they would have been able to play Cub and Talent, but... I guess I'll like whip. Free. This Basilisk Collar not looking so hot. Have I seen the new 2099 deck? Was it the one that McNamara posted? I did see that. Collar is a Gearhulk target. I'm not sure it's actually that good, but Collar is pretty sick with First Strike. It's kind of the idea. This game's not looking so hot. Can I click on their pet? As soon as I click on it, it got hidden by Innkeeper's Talent. I'm clicking. Oh, dude, that was sick. The cabbage. Alright, that was nice. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Stupid paw patches are so annoying. Please don't kill me. At least they're not going to kill the Gearhulk. That's good. Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw that deck Plastic Kitty. Well, we had a good run. Alright. Good news is we get to be in the play game 3. That's the really good news. So yeah. You should win the die roll in the Atlanta Elf mirrors. That's my professional advice. Just bring weighted dice. For legal reasons, that was a joke. When are we getting an Avatar Brawl stream? Or not? Yeah, well, I got an elf. No, not that one. Not that one. You know, maybe this deck could use some copies of Seamrip. The Seamrip is a little bit better against Elf than Duskrose is. That's true, I did have 2. I could have just went Sheltered second Elf. That could have been a better line. That play is better if they have Paw Patch Recruit. Well, now I just don't even want to cast my fucking Sheltered by Ghosts. Kind of like they played Paw Patch. God, what do I even get with the Gear Hulk here? I can get Collar. I can get Duskrose, Pixie. Every single card that I want to get off Gear Hulk just targets anyways. I mean, I can't let him untap with the Drunith, right? There's just no way. Kind of just have to do this. Feels really bad, but... I think it's arguably a lot worse if I let them have the Drunith. Your turn. Paw Patch is a hell of a card, man. Such a good card. What's the status on a point redeem for emoting? I told you, 1 gifted sub. I told you I'd do it for 1 gifted. Final answer, okay? It's a point redeem. Well, you say it's not a point redeem, but if I say it is a point redeem, then it is a point redeem. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Okay. So... Okay, let me think about this. Let me think about this. So if I tap 1, 2... If I do it like this, animate a land, I have 2, 4, 5, 6, right? 2, 4, 5, 6. If I do it like this, animate here, then I have 2, 4, 6, 7. But I have 1 less white source. I don't think I need the white source, though. I think I'm just trying to equip... Yeah, 2, 4... Yeah, this is fine, this is fine. So animate here. Cast this. Because I want to get the collar. So we go... Collar plus... I guess Resolve? Collar Resolve seems fine. And then we go Collar equipped to the Gear Hulk. And hope they have nothing. That's the best you're going to get there. I guess the good news is that if they have a way to kill the Gear Hulk, we can at least get Paw Patch triggers, but... kind of need to find a cage pretty quickly. Okay, that's mostly fine. Ooh, they could, like, you know what they could do? They could kill the collar in combat. Nah, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't just kill the collar in combat. It's interesting. And I guess we gotta do this, right? Need to try and gain a little bit of life this turn. Because I feel like if they had... if they had a way to kill the Gear Hulk, they would have done it on their turn. Oh, I could have killed the 5-4, couldn't I? Yeah, I have a 4-6. I should have killed the 5-4. I don't know why I didn't do that. That was stupid. This deck needs a Peter Parker's camera. Why is the camera good? Yo, I guess you can camera to copy the Badgermole trigger. That's kind of hot. Yeah, you can also like you can Gear Hulk for Meltstrader's camera and then go camera. Well, I guess camera's not good with Meltstraders because only the enchanted creature fights twice, which would be pretty bad. It could be okay as a one-off target for Gear Hulk though. I could buy that. Ugh. Ugh. I have a 7/6. Camera does nothing for Mole. Well, you would get a second Earthbend. So you'd get a second creature, right? Because you can Earthbend 2 different lands. You can choose new targets. So whenever you Earthbend, you can just Earthbend a different land. I guess I should move the Basilisk Collar to this. Go. This is going to be a weird game. I mean, I think we're favored because we'll eventually find Elspeth or Cage. And, like, basically we have to find Elspeth or Cage before they find a way to kill... Well, that's not great. That's definitely not great. Because that might just kill me next turn with the trample. Shit. Well, things have gone from bad to worse. I'll say that. Things have definitely gone from bad to worse. We need to move the equipment, I think, to whatever has the highest toughness. Alright, surely I'm not dead this turn, right? So they go counter on Roid, counter on Roid. They have an 18 power Paw Patch. I can chump block the rest of it, though. The only thing I can't chump block is the 18 Paw Patch. Oh, fuck. That's a lot of trample. I think I might be dead to that. That's a lot of trample. Yeah, I mean, I guess the good news is they can't fully level up the talents, but... it's a lot of damage. So they have 29 trample, huh? I could probably survive 29 trample. What the fuck? They didn't attack? Why? Why didn't they attack? What? What? Why did they not attack? Very confused. Well, now what? I think we have to kill the Paw Patch, right? No, I can kill the Ouroboros. Because the Gear Hulk can first strike down the Paw Patch. Yeah, I think it's kill the Ouroboros here. So, let's go. Dusk Rose, sack the Passage. And then this comes back. Kill the Roid. They do get a counter on Paw Patch, but I think that's fine. Because now we have the first strike Death Touch back with Gear Hulk. Let me go. I mean, we still can't really attack, but... actually, maybe I should attack with a smaller creature first. Like, maybe attack with the 5/5 is good, and then post-combat re-equip? Yeah, that might be right. I mean, I have enough mana to just do it again. But that might actually be the play. I did just kind of waste 2 mana for no reason, but... camera would have won this game on the spot. Yeah, the camera would have been really good this turn. Could have killed the Roid and the Paw Patch. Are they trading? I guess I'll do this now. Just to get the damage. Okay, trade's fine. And then post-combat. Alright, your turn. I mean, if they find a way to kill the Gear Hulk, we're in trouble. So we just have to hope they don't ever find a removal spell. Because I think we're dead on the spot if they find a removal spell. Yeah, we also have to do some chump blocking on the other creatures. I'm a little surprised they traded there. Yeah, I mean, I guess the upside of them trading is it forced me to use mana on my turn. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Like, they did force me to spend 2 mana on my turn and have 1 less blocker back. So I think that was maybe that was their intention. Okay. That's a little scary. They currently have 4 mana. Yeah, I did waste some extra mana, so that wasn't great. Prairie is not terrible. We gotta be close to having lethal with that Prairie next turn, don't we? Okay, so let me think about this. So they're gonna be able to... Let's assume they draw land, all right? So if they draw land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they activate Tyvar, which gives them 3 attackers, right? This would be 36, this would be 30, this wouldn't matter. I would first strike down the 36, I would go to 26, and then I would have to put 5 toughness in front of the 30, take 29 and go to 1, right? Or, no. No, take 25 and go to 1, right? 5, 30 minus 5, then I'd be at 26. So I can actually attack here, right? I think I can attack with the 2/2 Cub. Maybe the 3/3 Cub. Pop that should be 20 power. Oh, you're right. So I'd have to put more toughness in front. Okay, maybe I actually can't attack then. It's possible that maybe I can't attack. I kind of forgot that Pop Patch would get 2 more counters. No, you're right. I probably can't attack. Because they can actually put 2 counters on the 18 power Pop Patch and then give it plus 20. So again, the Gear Hulk checks this, right? This would be 40, but the Gear Hulk checks that. So this would be 32. I'm at 26. So 32. I can afford to take 6 damage. Take 20. No. I can afford to take 5 damage. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The good news is they didn't draw land this turn. That's the good news. Now the question is, are they dead? Yeah, they currently can't activate it. They will have enough mana next turn, though. They will definitely have enough mana next turn. But I think they might be dead if we draw land. At least close to it. Yeah, they changed the wording on the Restless Lands. Okay. That's also something, I guess. Okay, quick math. Do we have lethal? So I would have to tap an elf, animate the cottage. I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attackers. 9 attackers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. The Gear Hulk is guaranteed to get in 3 damage. So if we say Gear Hulk, Gene. 3, they go to 10. 4 blockers. Yeah, it's not enough for lethal, I don't think. I'm almost positive it's not enough for lethal, so let's just do this. Because now we can just kill the Tyvar. So let's get Dusk Rose and probably Pixie. Actually, Pixie wasn't that good here. Dusk Rose. Hold on. I'm gonna run out of time, aren't I? I think I'm gonna run out of time. Don't time out, don't time out, don't time out. Oh, I didn't float a white. Ah, damn it. I need to float a white mana. I really need to float a white mana. Fuck. Yeah, I needed to tap the town for white mana. Kind of ran out of time. Yeah, now we just have to pass. Actually, no, I don't have to pass. I can attack with the Gear Hulk now, right? Because I have a second Gear Hulk on defense. Yeah, we can attack with the Gear Hulk now. We do have to tap the elf to do it, but... Alright, now we're effectively at 30, which is also good. And then surely we have lethal next turn with the Prairie, right? Surely the Prairie is lethal now. Without the Tyvar 2. I mean, I guess if they draw an answer for the Gear Hulk, maybe I'm still cooked. What? I don't like this. So what is this? They drew Heritage Reclamation? If they drew Heritage, wouldn't they just kill the Gear Hulk? I mean, can I ever beat Heritage Reclamation? I think I just lose to it no matter what, right? So if they have Heritage, they just kill the Gear Hulk. That's 19 coming through. Which means, say for example, I just put this on the Baloth. This has me going to 31. And then it would be 36 minus 4 is 32. So this actually would keep me alive if they have Heritage, I think. This would have me taking 30, but going to 31 off of this, I think. Oh, okay. Or they just don't have it. Which I guess means I threw away 2 creatures for no reason. But, you know. Theoretically, that line did beat a Heritage Reclamation. But now they're still just dead, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers. 8 attackers, 4 blockers. Which means minimum 4 get through, and everything is at least 2 power. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I figured it out. Because the 4 smallest creatures are 2, 2, 2, and 3. That's 9. Maybe they had Settle. Or not Settle. Maybe they had the Heritage the whole time and they slow rolled it. They just slow rolled it for when they were on defense. I mean, I got 9 damage. If they have something here, then good beats, but I got 9 damage. Can I get a That's Rough, buddy? Alright. No That's Rough, buddies. Oh my goodness, dude. What was that game? I feel like I took a whole year off my life playing that game. My goodness.